What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and if my audio sounds different, I've been spending the past few days moving, so hopefully the audio is a little bit better, but if there's some echo and stuff like that, it will be fixed shortly. It might be like that for the next couple of days, but it will be fixed. So, while I was away, I watched a bunch of stuff. I binge watched Invincible Season 2, and I also caught up with X-Men 97. And so I wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on the new episode of X-Men 97. This episode completely ruined me. It has me in shambles, okay? It caught me so off guard because also full spoilers because I might slip up because when I talk about things and I'm passionate about, I get hyped and I let shit slip out, but I would try to keep it as spoiler free as possible for like the first few minutes to give my like opinions that were like and then afterwards I'm just going to full spoilers. But should you watch this episode? Absolutely. This episode, X-Men 97, is kind of turning into Daredevil season 1 to me, where like, or Better Call Saul, where like, it's so good, I'm telling everyone about it, and if you don't watch it, I'm gonna get pissed off. That's what it is. It's like, I'm gonna get mad because like, the fact that because everybody has a friend or family member that when you recommend something good, they don't watch it because if everyone likes it, I'm gonna hate it because they want to be a contrarian. It's one of those people. I can't be around them because they be having me fuming. Okay, and I said this before in my past few X-Men videos. Only my first experience from X-Men was from the movies. I was not a big X-Men fan. I was more of a Spider-Man fan, okay? Or Marvel in general, but like I was a big Spider-Man fan growing up. So I know about the X-Men. I know about majority of the characters, but like their big storylines, I only know a few, if that makes sense. So I was not. They said that people who are super fans are like, this is a very pivotal story in the X-Men lore or whatever. I didn't know anything about. It caught me so off guard because I was like, this is such a. The first half of the episode is like that meme where it's like the Mr. Incredible meme where you're smiling and he's happy, and the next one is just like dark and depressing. That's what this episode was. It's like, this show is not for kids. This show is no longer for kids because after today, there's no way you can go back to the previous episodes of the happy go lucky. It wasn't even that in the first few episodes. Like the first one, you can show like you could sit a kid in front of them and have them watch that because it's action, it's stuff blowing up, it's cool one-liners and cool events. This one would traumatize a fucking kid. This episode would traumatize a kid in a heartbeat. They're like, what happened to? Oh my god, how did that? Bruh, it is so fucking crazy the amount of characters that got blown to smithereens this episode. Okay. It caught me so off guard. Like, also, when I saw Nightcrawler, okay, big ass smile on my face. I'm like, yeah, that's the homie. That's the homie. Listen, I was laughing, giggling, feet swinging, bro. That's my homie, bro. Coolest fucking X-Men ever. Okay, shout out to Nightcrawler, whatever, right? I will say this. I love how Wolverine is just a side character. I love that. He's not a main character. He's not in the forefront of majority of episodes. He is on the side doing his own thing. It's kind of like what X-Men show was it? I think it was Wolverine and the X-Men, or was it? I think it was it when he was like, because usually what they do with Wolverine is they put him in a love triangle with Jean, Scott, you know what I mean? But in Wolverine the X-Men, he was already like, he's just a teacher at the school, and Scott and Jean are students, right? And so you have it where like he's mentoring everyone because he's like, obviously he's lived a long fucking time, so it makes more sense why he's a teacher and he's mentoring them. And it removes that thing of like the constant love triangle because that shit gets boring after a while. So he was like mostly like doing his own thing away from them. I think that's cool. I like how they're kind of fixing what Fox X-Men did, where it's like Wolverine is the main character of the X-Men franchise, which is far from the case. So I like how they did that. I like how Wolverine is just a side character this entire time. I think it's super dope. This show, now I'm gonna go into full ass spoilers. This show fucked me up. So Rogue, okay, I might be in a minority. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm tripping. If I was Gambit, Y'all can't be floating in the air and then y'all kiss, and then she went like, you know what? Stuff is deeper than skin. No, 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 no. You had to kiss him to figure that out. No, you okay? You can stay there. You can stay up there. Don't even come towards me now. Don't even try to talk to me. Okay, yo, Gambit. There's so much there's so many different plot threads going on, and then you have it where Scott is kind of cheating on Jean with Madeline Pryor. Which, do you blame him? I mean, they're the goddamn exact same clone. Listen, if there was an exact same copy of The Love of My Life out there and they could do the exact same things, but I had a child with the clone and not with you, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have a little bit more emotional attachment. And I get it. I understand. They're both in the wrong here. They're both adult. And this is a very adult conversation, all right? And low-key Scott gets back at her talking about like, oh, do you really love me or do you just remember? I'm like, oh, okay. I want to see how Scott reacts to the whole, basically, the attempt of genocide to his people now, because he kind of went crazy on TV talking about how like, oh, we're not normal, like we can't be like you guys because if we were, y'all wouldn't survive type stuff. I want to know, yo, if they go to like the straight like where Cyclops is not like a villain but like anti-hero from the books, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna get him the X, like get up with the black on. Listen, that's peak. I know it's a different storyline that happens, but that will be peak. That's my favorite outfit. Okay, my favorite costume from fucking Cyclops. I need it. But I really want to see how they continue forward, because this is crazy. Like, anyone, by the way, I always like to think, I said this to my friends, how I would feel if I was a mutant in like the X-Men universe. Shit like that would make me go full Magneto. It would. I would be like, okay, y'all obviously want to kill me, so like, why am I trying to be feeling with y'all? Like, okay, let's go ahead and, let's stop the talking. Let's get the, get the swing in, because that's what I'm on now. Don't let me be an Omega level mutant, okay? I'm just saying. You dropping basically nuclear sentinels on me, okay? Goddamn obliterating my people. Okay, I see what it is, okay? Now it's on go mode. That's what it is. It was so dark and fucked up. Like when Gambit basically sacrificed himself and he became an Omega level mutant, it was like, yo, I was not expecting it. And then the end, when Rogue, because she doesn't have any gloves on, because she's wearing like this dress outfit for the ball, and she's holding a dead Gambit in her hands, talking about, I can't feel you, fucking ruined me. I'm like, yo, that was crazy. That was absolutely insane. I don't know where they go from this. This is peak. This shits on anything Fox did. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy, but like, come on now. Everyone has their, also you see Cable. Oh my God. Anyway, but this show, if they stick the landing on this is easily the best Fox media we've had in the past decade. Okay. Which, if you think about it, it could already be better than the past things we got in the past 10 years, but that's besides the point. But man, this was so good. I highly recommend this show. Y'all gotta watch it. My quick thoughts on the last episode, like Motendo, I think it was called. It was okay. I didn't really need the whole like, cause the internet kind of ruins things for me, right? And when some things happen, I can't help but like see the reaction on the internet, and it kind of like skews my opinion to what like I don't want to see. Like, you know what I mean? Where it was like, okay, so Sunspot and Jubilee survived the thing, and then they kiss and it kind of fades to black. What was they talking about the entire time on the internet? Oh yeah, they're definitely fucking. It was like, who needs to what the fuck? Just have them show up in the next episode with them holding hands. You don't need to have the whole thing with them kissing, rolling over the bed, and they're fading to black, because you know how people are. People are weird on the internet, but honestly, it was a very, 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 very solid episode, the last episode. And this episode just blew it like to the top. Okay, if it sticks to landing, this shits on What If completely, easily. But it shits on like every like animation thing that came out in the past few years, because it's like, it has the heart, it has the people who are passionate about the X-Men and stuff like that. And it's kind of surprising how like they fired the showrunner, because I think he did like some abuse on set or something like that. But it's crazy how like that's not even a main story. Usually when that happens, like that's what everyone's talking about, like, oh, you can see, this and the third. If he was that bad after dropping something like this and it's still this goddamn good, listen, I don't know how they're gonna continue after this then, because this is crazy. But those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what y'all think, and I'll see y'all next episode. Peace.